want to welcome you to the third press conference of the day, featuring UCLA coach Cori Close, Lauren Betts, and Gabriela Jaquez. Jaquez, sorry. Sorry. And so, Coach, if you'd make an opening statement, then we will go ahead and open it up for questions for the student athletes.
First of all, what a great adjustments that Nebraska made from, early. Obviously, we played them at the end of December, and so then for them to have all this time, I thought they made great adjustments, especially having it be their third game in 3 days, and just credit to their team and staff. And they've got some really good players. We were just talking on the way over here how some of their players are really tough to guard, and so they were one of the hottest offensive teams in the country, and we knew it was going to really press us defensively, and so credit to them and wishing them luck as they go into the NCAA tournament. We always say that the tougher, more together team wins, and we needed to earn some toughness, especially in response to how we finished the regular season. And so this was about, being connected. This is about response. This was about doing the little things to make each other better. This was about we over me at all costs. And I'm really proud of the way our team responded in that. And so, obviously, these two did a great job, but I thought Tamia Gardner's defense and rebounding. She's known for being a shooter, but I thought her defense and rebounding was pivotal. Janiyah Barker, her stats aren't going to tell the story of how impactful she was in enabling us to switch a lot of screens and so on and so forth. So, really proud of the response, the toughness, and the connectivity about being ready when your number's called.
Okay, open it up for questions for the players. Raise your hand. Make sure you get your name and affiliation.
Ben Bulch, Los Angeles Times. For Lauren, across-the-board dominance tonight, defensively, offensively, passing, 5 assists. Where does this kind of rank as far as, is this one of your all-time great games, would you say, across the board? And how are you so locked in every facet?
It's honestly, it's just another game, to be honest. I just wanted to do what I had to do to win this game today and show up for my teammates and show up for my coaches, and I thought I did that, and obviously the stats will come, but, obviously I learned a lot from the last game, and I just wanted to, kind of earn some of that trust back from my teammates and my coaches, and I just thought today, honestly, more than anything, I'm just proud of my communication and my leadership, and that's all I really wanted to focus on today, and like I said, the stats will come, but that was my primary focus, so.
Another question for the players?
Hi, Joshua from IUND. This question for Lauren. So you finished the game with 8 offensive rebounds, which is just as many as Nebraska had as the entire team. You had 7 blocks, which is basically almost double of what Nebraska has. You're obviously going to score your points, but what does your effort on the glass and defense mean to winning for your team?
Yeah, I think, honestly, my main focus is to just disrupt people's offense, and I wanted to make it as difficult as possible for them. And obviously, she's a great player, and a lot of respect to her, and I know that she's their go-to, and I just wanted to make it as difficult as possible for them tonight, obviously knowing that that's their go-to player. So if they could go to any of their other options and kind of just making it as difficult as possible. So.
Gabriela over here. How much effort did you guys put into this? After what happened to Poly Pavilion with SC in the last game, how much effort did you guys put into this to make sure that wasn't going to happen again tonight?
Yeah, don't mind my voice, but we put in a lot of effort, and I think that's what I'm most proud of my team for, is that we put in the work to come out here and play like the team we know we are, and we just focused on communicating and all the little things that will help us on the court, because those things are a byproduct of how we play. So, yeah, we put in a lot of work and just super proud of my team.
Noah Massey, Daily Bruin. Gabriela, your highest scoring highest scoring game of the season. You made half your team's threes. What is it like to step up like that in a big game here at the Big Ten Conference Tournament?
Yeah, I just want to do whatever I can to help the team win, and tonight was scoring, and so I put in the work all the time, and I think for me, the main thing is for me to play confidently, and Coach Cori has just been feeding us confidence and telling us to remind ourselves of what we've earned and the type of players we are, and so confidence is a big thing in March. People are going to get hot and all this stuff, but I'm just super proud of my team as a whole, of the communication that we had and the leadership of Lauren and Kiki, and just playing together was super huge.
Ben Balch, LA Times again. For both Gabriela and Lauren, did you see the things you talked about in the meeting reflected in the play on the court tonight for your team? And what were they?
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, everyone was kind of held accountable to what they need to do better, and I thought, from Tamia like crashing the boards consistently to me communicating to Kiki, using her voice more, I think everyone just kind of stepped up and what they needed to do, and I'm really proud of everybody. Obviously, it's it's we over me at this point. It's March, and we need to win games, and that's all that matters right now. So you gotta, at this point, put your pride aside and just do what the team needs you to do. And I thought everyone stepped up today, so I'm really proud of everyone.
Okay, last question for the players. Wanted to get your thoughts on, obviously being new to the Big Ten Conference, but in this conference this year, as it was, I'm sure, for you a year ago, every night meant something for every team, regardless of their position in the standings, because you had teams actually fighting to try to get in the conference tournament. And talk about the intensity that you believe that your coach prepared you for and what you had to prepare for mentally to be able to compete in this league night in and night out.
Yeah, I think that right now it's really mental. And if you didn't put in the work earlier this year, you're not going to randomly get better. So I think that we have a lot of confidence in the work that we have put in, and our coaches do a great job of helping us. And they're always in the gym early and helping us be the best people and players we can be. And so I think that's just really important. And we do a lot of mental training and understanding of what it's going to take to win games in March.
Go ahead.
Can you answer that about the depth of the conference and what it's like to play in this tournament?
Yeah. Obviously, I think it's being in a new conference. I think it's brought a lot out of us. I mean, we've had to work on, for me personally, like playing on the perimeter is something that I haven't had to work on this much defensively. I mean, today playing a team like Nebraska where all their forwards can shoot, I mean, it's just really pushed me to have to work on that and get better at that. And I think, like Gab said, I mean, the amount of work that we put in all season long, I mean, the coaches have not taken it easy on us, but I think it's, been worth it. And I'm just proud of, how consistent they've been in that, and they never let up. And I think that it's going to show. And, like I said, we just have to be consistent and just continue to get better as these games go on. We don't have time to focus on what happened last time. We just got to keep moving. So.
Okay, ladies, thank you. You are now dismissed. You may go back to the locker room at this time.
You guys can go. Go ahead. I have to stay, right?
Yep, you have to stay.
Just make
At
it
this time, please raise your hand for questions for Coach Close.
Ben Balch, LA Times. Coach, two things for you. Lauren almost indicated it was obviously a great night, but nothing special for her. Did you feel otherwise? I mean, was this a special performance for her?
The great thing about Lauren is that she knows this was a byproduct of way more important work she did in the dark all week. And she was really disappointed with herself and our team in terms of how we performed in our last game at home. And it was not easy. And she really, really worked mentally, physically, getting her mind right to respond. And to me, I already knew she was going to have a great night. Whether it showed up in the stat sheets or not, I knew she was going to be so impactful because of the work she'd done in the dark. And we have a phrase that the work done in the dark always eventually gets revealed in the light. And that's just what you saw.
And then one other thing, I just want to ask about shot selection. You took a lot of three-pointers tonight. How did you feel about that? And
way too many. Especially ones off the bounce. The ones that were coming off of inside out, that were wide open and that we didn't hit. Okay, we didn't hit them. But the ones off the bounce early in the shot clock, that's not what we want to do. So we'll look back. We have a very coachable team, but that was way too many threes, and especially way too many threes off the bounce in the first 15 seconds of the shot clock.
Cori, Steve Strimming, XL Sports. Every time you watch UCLA, Betts is always triple teamed. I mean, everything you could think about. How important is Douglas and Jaquez and Rice to you and their performance tonight?
All of them are incredibly. I mean, I think that's our phrase that we use all the time is sometimes you, sometimes me, always us. And the reality is we know that Lauren is going to be double, triple teamed. And so there's going to be a lot of times where she's going to need an outlet or a cutter or the next right thing to be able to help out. And tonight it was, some different people, but it was mostly Gabs tonight. But at the same time, everybody's going to have their night. And how many of us have seen March that tomorrow may be someone totally different, but we just need everybody ready because we know people are going to react to Lauren differently every night, and we got to have her back. But I was really pleased with their selflessness in that.
Ben Balcelli Times. Kiki had a couple turnovers in the second quarter. It was kind of a sloppy quarter, and you went to Arnesalo for a long stretch there. Did you feel like Kiki came back a little more focused and kind of, playing her game more?
Yeah, and she had 2 fouls too, so that was the other thing that I wanted to be wise about. And if we could, and I have a lot of confidence in Elena, and Arnesalo is going to be one of the best point guards we've had at UCLA. She's just really good, so she's earned our trust. But I did think that Kiki, we want her to play really aggressively, but I thought she was pressing a little bit. And so just to take a deep breath, get her feel back, and I love how steady she is. We talk a lot in our program about neutral thinking, and Kiki Rice is the epitome of that. And yes, she had some turnovers, but she ended up with 9 assists and 14 points and shot, what did she shoot from the free throw line? I can't even find it, but she's pretty darn good. So 2 of 3 from the free throw line. But I just really trust her, and I thought she responded really well.
Cori, Nancy Armour, USA Today Sports. I'm curious, since this is your first year in the Big Ten, what you thought of the atmosphere here, and given the way that women's basketball has grown the last couple of years, how important is it to see the interest maintained that there's been this season?
Yeah, I think there's 3 parts of interest that are really important for us to continue to grow our game. One is attendance, and obviously we've played in some great atmospheres in the Big Ten, and just thrilled for the support. I think we've played in front of 4 sellouts, and I just think how great is that? And I think there's more to come. And obviously the atmosphere tonight is great, but attendance is part of it. Viewership is part of it, and so that the media really is a big piece of media rights deals, is us increasing that engagement and viewership, and then corporate sponsorship. And so thank you to the sponsors that sponsor this tournament, and we need more. But I think that I'm really thrilled to be a part of the Big Ten Conference. The fan bases are excellent. The arenas are great. The varied styles of play. They're projecting 13 teams in the NCAA tournament from the conference. So it's just spectacular, and really thankful to be a part.
Coach, we know you had a quick turnaround, so we'll go ahead and let you go and let you get prepared on scouting and all that good stuff.
Perfect. And thank you guys. We need you guys to continue to tell our story, so thank you guys for being here to do that.